Hello everyone. Today we see the dissection of the submandibular region, where the submandibular region is lies. See, this is the skull, this is the mandible. So, as per name, submandibular region, it lies between the this mandible and hyoid bone somewhat here. So, the submandibular region, it's somewhat here. Now we'll see in the body. See, this is the right side of the body. This is the left side of body. We'll see the submandibular region on the right side. See, you can see here. This is the mandible. This is the angle of mandible. This is whole mandible. This is the right side, right? This is the laryngeal prominence, and above it we can feel here this is the hyoid bone. So our area of interest is this, that is the submandibular region. In submandibular region we will see first suprahyoid, means above the hyoid muscles, suprahyoid muscles, and then we will go deep and then we will see the submandibular gland. First we see the suprahyoid muscles in the book. See, this is the left lateral view. This is mandible, right? So here is the hyoid bone. You can see here. This is the hyoid bone. So our area is here. What you will see in the in this region? See, you can see first you can see the digastric. Digastric has two belly. There is anterior belly of digastric and this is posterior belly of digastric, and here is the intermediate tendon. So we can see in the first layer anterior and posterior belly of digastric. When we reflect it, we can see the mylohyoid muscle. This is the mylohyoid muscle. In the third layer, we can see the geniohyoid and hyoglossus muscle. See, you can see here. This is hyoid bone, right? This is the geniohyoid muscles from the hyoid to up to the tongue. So this is the geniohyoid muscle. So this is the geniohyoid muscle. On lateral side here, this is the genioglossus muscle, and again this is the mylohyoid muscle, right? And the deep again this is the left lateral view. We can see again this is the hyoid bone. This is geniohyoid muscle from hyoid bone to mandible. Then this is genioglossus muscle, and this is the hyoglossus muscle. The parts of the submandibular gland. See, you can see in the book. See, this is the submandibular gland. This is the mylohyoid muscle. Submandibular gland, you can see here, it is roughly J shape. It is being indented by posterior border of mylohyoid muscle. Because of the mylohyoid muscle, the submandibular gland is divided into two. Superficial part, that is superficial to the mylohyoid muscle, that is large one, and deep small part that lies deep to the mylohyoid muscle. You can see in the book, see, this is the sublingual gland. It is also deep to the mylohyoid muscle and somewhat anterior to the deep part of the submandibular gland. Now we will see the submandibular gland in this body. See, this is the right side of the body. Before seeing the submandibular gland, first see, this is the anterior belly of digastric of both sides, right? I got it. So we can see the mylohyoid muscle. Now, see, you can see here, this is the superficial part of submandibular gland that lies superficial to this mylohyoid muscle. Now see here, the superficial part has this medial surface, inferior surface, and this one lateral surface. The lateral surface is related to submandibular fossa. See, submandibular fossa, it is in the mandible that you see later on. It is somewhat here. So definitely it is related to the lateral part of the submandibular gland. And this is the facial artery. So facial artery and submandibular fossa, it is related to the lateral part of the submandibular gland. Medial surface, this one is the medial surface. Medial surface is related to many muscles like stylohyoid, styloglossus, lingual nerve, lingual artery, that we will see later on. The inferior surface, this one the inferior surface, that is related to skin, superficial fascia, deep fascia that we have already reflected. Now we will see the suprahyoid muscle. See, this is the anterior belly of digastric that I cut from both sides. You can see here, this is the mylohyoid. This is the mylohyoid muscle. I have cut it from its origin. So we can see this is the geniohyoid muscle. I also cut the geniohyoid muscle. So we can see the genioglossus muscle. Now we will see the book picture. This is the right lateral view of the submandibular region, in which we can see this is the quadrilateral hyoglossus muscle. Superficial to it, what we can see? Lingual nerve, deep part of submandibular gland with submandibular ganglia with two root, posterior and anterior root, and hypoglossal nerve with vena communicans. So these are the superficial relation of the hyoglossus muscle. What we can see deep to it? Deep to it we can see stylohyoid ligament, glossopharyngeal nerve and lingual artery. Now all things we will see in dissection. Now I have cut the mandible from its angle, so we can get the better view of right lateral region. See, in the right lateral region, what we can see? We can see here, this is hyoglossus muscle. This is hyoglossus muscle. Superficial to it, we can see this is the lingual nerve, submandibular duct and hypoglossal nerve. See, this is superficial part of submandibular gland that you have already seen. This is our mylohyoid muscle. So deep to it, this is small, deep part of the submandibular gland. From it there is emerging of submandibular duct running superficial to the hyoglossus muscle. This is lingual nerve again. This is submandibular ganglia. Now we can see here the one important thing. This is submandibular duct, as I have told you. This is lingual nerve, right? So you can see here lingual nerve is crossing submandibular duct from lateral to medial side. See, this is lingual nerve and it crossing this duct from lateral to medial side. We can see here nicely. Lingual gland. Now we'll see deep structure. You may not appreciate in the video properly, but I will try my best. See, this is, we have already seen the anterior belly of digastric, right? This is intermediate tendon and this is the posterior belly of digastric. See, you can see here, this is the intermediate tendon of digastric muscle. This is posterior belly of digastric. This is stylohyoid muscle. See, this is here, this is the styloid process. From the styloid process, this is the styloglossus muscle. This one is the stylopharyngeus muscle. Below to it, this is glossopharyngeal nerve, and this one is the lingual artery. See, you have to remember this styloglossus runs superficial to the hyoglossus muscle. And this stylopharyngeus muscle, glossopharyngeal nerve and this lingual artery, these three structures run deep to the hyoglossus muscle. Now we'll do the quick revision whatever we have seen in the submandibular region. See, first we see the suprahyoid muscles. See, this is the anterior belly of digastric. As you know, anterior belly of digastric is derived from the first branchial arch. That's why it is supplied by the nerve to mylohyoid, that is ultimately branch of mandibular nerve. I have cut this anterior belly of digastric. See, we have seen this is the intermediate part and this one is the posterior belly of digastric, that is derived from the second branchial arch, and that's why it is supplied by facial nerve. Now I have got the anterior belly of digastric. So we can see this muscle, that is mylohyoid muscle. Mylohyoid muscle is supplied by nerve to mylohyoid, and it forms the floor of the oral cavity. That's why it is called the diaphragma oris, and it is one of the example of diaphragm that is present in our body. Now I am cutting the mylohyoid muscle. What we can see? See, we can see the geniohyoid muscle. This is the geniohyoid muscle of both sides. It is supplied by the C1 through the hypoglossal nerve. When I cutting the geniohyoid muscle, I can see the genioglossus muscle. The genioglossus muscle forming the main bulk of tongue, and it is called the safety muscle of the tongue, and it is supplied by the hypoglossal nerve. Now see, this is the book picture. This is the right lateral view of submandibular region. What you can see, this is the quadrilateral hyoglossus muscle, and now we will see in the body the relation of the hyoglossus muscle. See, you cannot see properly this hyoglossus muscle in the dissection because it is somewhat deeper. That's why I am showing here. Now I have cut the mandible from the angle. So what we can see? See, we can see this is the quadrilateral hyoglossus muscle, and these are the structures that is related superficial to the hyoglossus muscle. I am showing you again. This is the quadrilateral hyoglossus muscle. What the structures superficial to this hyoglossus muscle? See, first is the lingual nerve. This is the submandibular duct, and this is the hypoglossal nerve that lying superficial to our hyoglossus muscle. See, now I have reflected this mylohyoid muscle, right? So we can see deep to the mylohyoid, this is small deep part of the submandibular gland, and this is the submandibular ganglia. See, here there is a submandibular ganglion. See, this is submandibular gland, submandibular ganglia. The submandibular ganglia, it is an parasympathetic ganglia, and it is mainly supplied to submandibular and sublingual gland. The secretomotor fibers arise from the superior salivary nucleus, then it runs via facial nerve, then run into chorda tympani nerve, and it joins to the lingual nerve, and then it relay into the submandibular ganglia. Postganglionic fibers from the submandibular ganglia is supplying our submandibular as well as sublingual gland. See, deep to the hyoglossus muscle, this is the hyoglossus muscle. Deep to it, what we have seen in the dissection? We have seen the stylohyoid ligament, glossopharyngeal nerve, and we have seen the lingual artery.